All right. Yeah. Hello, everyone. By the way. So yeah, it was just buffering and buffering and like, oh my god, had to go back through the whole thing. So as they, I know Anita made it. So we have Anita. Yeah. I tried again. So we have, oh, Michelle. Awesome. Hello. How you doing? Awesome. Cool. I don't need to learn more. So, all right. So, okay. So I guess, can everybody hear me? I think everything's so. Hello. Hello. Awesome. All right. People are hopping on. So, figuring out this tech is a nightmare. So I finally realized on Zoom, because I use Zoom. Otherwise, I know people like StreamYard. I like StreamYard too, but I think you have to pay to go live on there. So I don't want to pay for something I already get for free. So, so on the Zoom, I figured out how to go live so I can bring some guests on because I can't use my cell phone. It just glitches. So yeah, this will be awesome to have like we can go live with friends. So that would be really, instead of me all by myself. All by myself. Oh god, that's funny. All right. Oh, hello. All from Canada. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. Hello, Luby. Grand, yeah. Those of us who are all hanging out on a Friday night. I never went out on a Friday night. Well, when I was a teenager, we used to go to the woods, walk in the woods and everything. Cool. All right. So I got some notes because I don't think linearly. So what we were going to talk about, I go work on the farm and I come back and I have no idea what I'm doing. So that's fine. So here we go. Why are you making me do that again? All right. So because the contact is happening, or supposed to be happening as we speak, because it could be anywhere in the world, and there may be a lot safer places for people to have direct contact right now. So they may be having it already. I know, and we have a lot of viewers from Brazil, a huge number from Brazil. So I don't know if Ivanilda come on yet, or she might have to work tonight, but a friend of mine, another Star Warrior sister, Ivanilda, she's a close friend of mine actually, and she speaks Portuguese proper. She's like, well, it's Portuguese from over there. So, but that would be great to have her come on and she's like, oh my god, but eh, she would be fantastic. And she will be coming on shortly. So a lot of people are shy about coming on. One thing that just came up today, which is a good point. So if you don't want, and I totally get it, right? A lot of people don't want maybe where they work or what have you. People to know that you're a contactee experiencer. So what we would do is, if you wanted to come on and tell some of your story, either you can give it to me and we would just tell your story for you, or not using your name obviously, or you can come on and just have your screen blank, and then no one will know. Generally, honestly, I don't think we won't use. I mean, the thing would be not to use your name, so I don't think too many of your family, friends, or coworkers, unless they're into this stuff, will be coming on this channel. So and they're, oh, hey, so, but I totally get it. Yeah, it's changing a lot, but again, if it's a personal situation, it is what it is. So I know, generally, like, I mean, we mostly have ladies coming forward talking about their men. Not we don't have a whole bunch of men coming forward yet. And yeah, I know for some of my friends, it's more of a situation of what they do and where they work, and they don't want that to come out. So totally understandable. Um, but for sure, very cool. So tonight, as I said, we're going to be talking about what to expect in the contacts, and there's not a whole lot of difference between a romantic contact versus your family contact. It's basically the same thing, right? I mean, so people might very well be having contacts with brothers, sisters, your parents, a friend. There was Oh, was one young man I talked to, he's in a hell, star seed, and, what came through for him was a friend, actually, so he came here for adventure, and I'm sure he's getting an earful of that, and a bellyful of adventure here on Earth, for sure, um, but, another young man came forward, and he's sort of is his friend, so you don't know who's gonna come forward for you. Another lady I had, it was an older lady, um, I think I told the story before. She has 2 children, a boy and a girl, back on Era. I mean, they were at the time. I don't know if they're still there now, but they were kind of watching her, and her husband had passed away. So she plans on, and then, life can change, but her plan when she star seeded was to just incarnate here on Earth and die. This would be her death will be here on Earth. And that's something she had discussed with her children before she star seeded, because things can change. Oh, hello, awesome, Jocelyn. I hate having to wear these. I can see up close when I'm not wearing contacts. When I wear contacts, I have to wear glasses. That makes no sense. It makes insane. Jocelyn, we have cool, and yeah, find it in the forest. Oh my god, that's me. We got bears in it. I find a lot of things in the forest. Oh yeah. So there's. I can't see with these glasses unless I'm reading, and then I have to take them off. Oh my god, I used to have to teach like that, taking them off. Oh yeah, so people want to know about their yep. Cool. Yeah. It's easy to start getting I'm going to do some stuff on getting contact. So I got a new website coming up. I got rid of my old website. Lilia Fabry. If anybody's interested and want to build a website, I'm using Lilia Fabry. I've used her for years. She's out of Texas. Very reasonable and super trustworthy. Trustworthy to me when it comes to this is the deal. The deal to that. So she's rebuilding the website that I have. So it's going to be short and sweet this time. And so anybody, yeah, I'm still taking clients. I have a client I'm meeting with tomorrow. So I'm still doing one-on-one with people, and just to give you an update on that. So when I work with someone, it's over several weeks actually. And I don't know if some of my clients are here tonight, but you'll know it's pretty much long term once we make a connection. It's not like a one-time deal or an hour or something like that. It doesn't work like that. So I get information from who's ever trying to reach you over days and weeks. So that's how we work together. But my main goal with working with people isn't to just give you information. I want you to learn how to fish, that kind of thing. So I want you to be able to connect and make and start to, build your own deep telepathic ability, or sort of like awaken your own telepathic abilities, which are already there. And it's a lot easier than most people think. And this is it makes sense, right? For a lot of people who make their money off of psychic stuff, they want to make it where they're the only ones who can kind of, they kind of do it for you, so that then they get more money that way. But I would rather have people, instead of me handing out fish, you learn how to fish, right? That kind of thing. And yeah, so that's how we work. Let's see, who is this? See, website. Oh yeah. Her name is, those people who are looking, Lilia. Yeah, Lilia Fabry. Oh, well, I can't see. Like if I'm reading, I can, but when I get everything gets out of, because they're like reading contact reading glasses. So we have, yeah. So yeah, she warns against. I don't know if I should say that, but she warns against using any of those quickie website builder sites. And I actually got hammered using one of those once. And I ended up giving them some money to try to help me. Like, so what happens when you use some of those things? I'm not gonna name anything because you never know what YouTube. They might be even partners with them, but those quickie build it yourself YouTube's, not YouTube, you build it yourself websites. They don't really work, because what happens is Google doesn't even see you. There's something that you have to do behind the scenes in order to get your website actually seen. So no one knows you ever exist. And that's why with YouTube, I do a lot of SEO, and I tell friends about doing the search engines and stuff like that. some of the promotions, because that's how they run these computer things, these, the internet searches, as you all know. And of course there's a shadow banning and all that as well. But yeah, so it puts your whatever you're doing in front of more people. So it kind of bumps you forward so people can find you. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's see. No, was it? See? Oh, I know. I know what people are. Oh, well, no. However, they don't have to wear glasses. When you go on a ship, you don't have to wear glasses. So, I don't know if anybody here wears glasses or contacts, but when you go upstairs, you don't need them. Oh, you know who was Frank Stranges with Val Thor? He wore glasses, but when he went up on Val Victor 1, he didn't have to wear glasses. So cute though. Kathleen, who's been on, going to bring her back again. Actually, she's the lady who talks to all the Bigfoots, hangs out. She's the Bigfoot experiencer contactee, and things are heating up with the Bigfoots too. By the way, they're starting to show themselves a little more. But anyway, so Kathleen went up, and there was this cute guy up there. It's kind of like a little different looking. He always reminds me of one of the Corendai, that kind of look. And he didn't have any like ears, really. Outside ear, he had ears, but he didn't have outside ears. And so, but he would wear glasses, and and it was funny. He was hilarious. The guy was always joking, but he would put on glasses. So that was really kind of funny. But no, oh yeah, that Maja, since we're being funny, I can Ika's gonna be like, he's like, no, just don't. So, yeah, so everybody knows like I like to watch those fart videos like Humor Bagel, because they're just, I don't know, it just works for me, kind of. And Cameo loves it too. So but I don't know if anybody has any questions on that, like their bodies. Well, they're human. You're a human. You're a humanoid. So humanoids have bodies like you have. Same thing, and they have the same things that happen as we do. I have to use. Patrick and I was funny. I'm like, Patrick, it's so funny. Like you go up on these ships and they're like so advanced and everything like that, and then there's like a toilet, because it's it's like a. But yeah, there's the living quarters. If it's a big ship, there's living quarters, and you get everything you need, like showers and bathrooms and all that stuff. And there's some great books from the old guys back in the 50s and 60s and onward, who've been up on the ships, like Howard Menger. I'll put his name if you haven't seen him. And of course, Frank Strange he's got the funny section there where he went up quite a bit with Val. Val's here a lot. And Teal was there, and of course Jillian and all, but and Don, who's his. So Val's adopted, in case people don't know. So Don is his stepbrother. But anyway, so Frank was up there, and they gave him a dinner one night, and I think I know they were kind of helping him. He had to go to the bathroom, and it was really funny story. In his book when he met with Val Thorpe. Anyway, so it's really fun. Yeah, so they have all the same needs we have. I know he's gonna be like, don't. I know he's never done any bodily functions in front of me. Let's just say the only thing he ever did once was sneeze. That was a pretty big sneeze you had. That was a big sneeze. We were on out. Of course, he's in and out tonight, but he's waiting for me to do the section on the bodily functions, because he's like, just don't. So he's kind of like working tonight, but he does have some time to pop in. So yeah, Ika's here, of course, and he'll be back later tonight. But yeah, he had a huge sneeze once when we were on the ship. So anyway, yeah, yeah, same bodies. You're just this is the way they see things. So I think to make a point for some people, I'm just thinking about all the different questions people ask, and it's really cool for us to be together and share these questions and feelings and what we've experienced, so that we can then kind of make sense out of them. So you're not, sometimes, when I was alone, and when I guess probably most of my friends here are alone, you're like, am I crazy? Am I just this sad weirdo? What's going on here? But no, it's when you start to talk to a lot of different people, and it all adds up, and everybody had the same experiences, and you're like, okay, this is, how can we possibly make up the same experiences? So no, but yeah, we're in a a Terran body. So they do age. Like I say, I'm just kind of talking about the 4D extraterrestrials, Tau Ceti, the Pleiades, Meton, Alpha Centauri, Venus. So they do age. We do age eventually and die, right? Just like you do here. It's just that they messed up the Earth body so that we don't live as long here as we normally should live. Basically. And of course all the diseases and stuff like that. So knock on wood, all that stuff's going to go away for those who want it to go away. There may be there's always going to be free will. So for the humans who don't want to age regress or use any of the healing technologies, that's not going to be forced on anybody. And I think that's something that's going to have to come out and as an explanation to a lot of the Terrans who may be frightened or not, who feel like I think it's because in the world that we live in now under the cabal, it's like you're used to being forced to do things. Well, no one's going to force you to do anything. And if you wanted to die at 70, 80 or whatever it is they die now, you can go ahead and do that. No one's going to force you to live to be, 200, 300. So anyway, this is the next question. And I got every time I get that glass, thank God. That's it. Hmm. Maybe some folks in the chat, you've been upstairs. How does it feel to you when you go upstairs? Do you feel that they're more, your emotions are heightened or not? No, I'm the same person. The only thing I notice that's different when I'm upstairs is I don't feel awkward. Like I don't have the anxiety. I don't have the hypervigilance. I'm like relaxed and I have an intense feeling of belonging, a really intense feeling of belonging where like I could never not fit in. So that's the only difference I feel. Like other than that, I'm still myself, which is probably, I know. see, he goes like, oh my God, it's like, yeah, sometimes I'm a little classier. I will say that, it's like, all right. So fine. It's orgasm. Yeah. 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 Awesome. Awesome. I would say like, yeah, it's like you just, like when you're hanging out with your best friends, like your super best friends, that's what it's like. It's bliss. It's like you're just with your tribe. Yeah, I mean that's like, I mean you kind of experience it. I think now that I'll be honest, this is the first time in my life, and it started several years ago when I began sort of engaging with people in the UFO community. I don't even know what we call it anymore, the disclosure community, I guess. And I started to make like friends, like real friends. And I think sometimes because of the persecution associated with our arena, that kind of helps you bond with other people because they're all kind of like, you're kind of hiding, under the bed there for a while. And then you come out with, I'm a contactee or something. And then there's others who had the same experience and you're kind of like, you kind of mesh, so for sure. But yeah, I mean, when I'm telepathing upstairs, sometimes that can be, I'm still kind of little like feeling slightly awkward a little bit. Like when I'm here on Earth, I have that weird, like kind of hypervigilance awkwardness. So that does kind of come through a little bit when I'm telepathing, but usually the extraterrestrial I'm talking to will they'll feel that, of course. Obviously, we feel that because you feel the other person's body. We'll talk about that in a bit. But they'll try to kind of like make me feel comfortable. Like when I first met Val Thor, like I didn't want to waste it. You know how it is down here where you're like, you meet somebody important and you don't want to like take up a lot of their time or whatever, right? And he was like, oh no, 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 no. He's like, because I had just spoke to him briefly for Frank, and then I was like pulling out. And he was like, he's still there. And he's like, come back in. And then he sat me down. And he held my hands. And so it was kind of like, no, I'm making space for you. So yeah, that's something that humans can learn, to make space for each other. So it's a don't have any friends. Well, Vincent, I think you got quite a few friends here for sure. So, nothing wrong with being a loner. I'm a loner too. I'm a lone wolf. It's an energy, you're just that kind of lone, it works. But now you definitely have a lot of friends here, and we're so happy you're with us tonight. Very cool. Very cool. You're trust me, I think if anyone, yeah, you know, you think you found your group for sure. We've you're gonna meet a lot of people who've been through serious hell. Yep, yep. So and just to bring up a point, if anybody feels like they're being attacked, do let us know. So we can get that off you. Everything seems to be kind of okay, but that's just me. I don't, what's happening to other people. I know some people are experiencing they're tired or what have you. So if anybody's being, attacked by any of the technologies, and a lot of times that's actually what it is. So they pulled this tech off me, Erica. Thank you, and the boys. But that was a nightmare. That's like anhedonia with massive depression. And so a lot of times what you're feeling isn't normal depression, like all the people here are like, oh, it's normal depression or it's this or that. No, it's probably the voice to skull or mind control that you're going through. So trying to take that down inch by inch. So how do we make initial contact? Oh, the Jetsons. Ha, ha. I don't know if y'all want me to, so I won't tell you say names of people if we're same here. Oh yeah, the more that's the goal, really. That's is us getting together. We're the army down here, so we all need to be. We're all in different places because you have to be, obviously, right? Because it's a global operation. So, using as they told me upstairs, you need to use this cabal technology, the dark deep state, whatever you want to call them, nasty monster technology to um infiltrate it. Basically, that's the word. They've infiltrated us, we're infiltrating them. It's like a fun little game of fu. It's like basically so for sure. But I'll spend a few more sessions, not tonight but other times too, where we'll actually just use that um time together to try to connect a little bit. So it's not as hard as people think. I think that's what actually keep it simple, stupid, is it? So okay. So Raya, do you like close experience brother? If you have close friends? Oh yes. Okay. So yeah. Absolutely. So a lot of the Ocamiel and a lot of the Hell are excited to hang out with humans, Terrans, so of all kinds, and they spend a lot of time trying to connect. So definitely, there's plenty of extraterrestrials out there that are eager to, make friends with you, and they're excited to make friends with you. So they'll do spend the whole day with you. Now, Eke and I will just spend the whole day together. We sleep together. He'll come in sometimes if he's working a little bit later or what have you. But we spend. I do chores with him. I cook with him, so he can actually smell and taste what I smell and taste. He's taken me occasionally, not very often, because they know, so he's not allowed really to do that. But he's actually channeled me through his body, and I can see what he's going through on the base, and it's kind of interesting to be in like a really tall man's body, and it's and their minds are like so like I can't even hardly process. They're very intelligent, like superhuman. That's what it would look like to us. But they definitely want to just spend. I think that's the thing. It's like just talk to them. Share. They want to know about you, so share about what kind of food you have, what it's like here, the trials you have, the happy times you have, the TV shows you watch. Invite them in with you, and spend some time. We need to do. I actually got to hook up again with Semyasi, because we want to do a ladies, not a ladies' night, but for men who have extraterrestrial women or would like to start having connections with extraterrestrial women. What it's like, because we've kind of been more on well, obviously I'm not a man dating a woman, so I don't really I'm just going to kind of use so but Semyasi and I can kind of give some ideas of what it's like to date and a hell woman per se. I don't think it's. I mean, tall are pretty similar, so there would be like a hell tall. I wouldn't. I'm gonna just kind of extrapolate and say most of your 4D women are going to be, similar in that case. So, what would they be looking for in a man, and how you can get better contact? What I've noticed from some men that I work with is that they're not initiating enough contact. So the men upstairs, certainly the hell men, for those of you who have a husband that's extraterrestrial, they're very chivalrous, and they're very like sort of like, think about the Middle Ages. Like, they're very chivalrous, and they're very they step forward quite a bit. So the women are waiting kind of for the man to really make some moves. So what I've told many men is to invite them in. So if you're sitting watching TV, bring her in. You need to make the moves first. You need to kind of do a lot of that stuff, and then she'll reciprocate. So for one fellow, and she knows that sometimes he can't hear her, so she was showing me that she was inviting him to a nightclub upstairs that night. So they'll once you get the ball rolling, it starts to kind of reciprocate. So yeah, we'll spend a time just kind of to the best of Semyasi and our ability to explain what it would be like to date a woman, right? So from I to the best of our ability, like I said. Let's see. So yes, I have met. So there's Zachar, who's a mantis, like an insectoid gray type, awesome guy. Who else would I talk to? It was a reptilian guy. He was okay. Well, because he was a magistrate, like a mediator in the legal, so that was kind of he was a little dry. But they're all pretty cool. Corendai, super nice. They're humanoids though. Yeah, I mean, it's they're all they're all pretty cool. So next, yeah, because the question, if you have ET friends, can you reach out to them anytime? Absolutely, anytime. Like they're sleeping or something, then it's different. But now this shifts. So for folks who have like Andromedan, Arcturian, and there's a small percentage of starseeds here that are in like a really high level, like the Patal or some kind of weird like higher. Like, I don't know. The only high level people I've ever talked to, I did talk to an Andromedan. It was very challenging, because we were trying to. I was trying to. She was trying to raise me, and I was trying to. It was actually for Jeff. And they sent a ship and everything. And I was like, oh my God, what are you trying to say? And I finally got through to her. I don't generally talk to them. I know Arcturians I talked to. Speaking of which, they were super nice actually. One guy, but it's individually based. So the lady that I talked to was super super sweet, super nice, and then there was a guy I talked to, but he was working and he was kind of busy, a little dry. Like, but now they're just sweet, they really are. But as Shola says, and she's absolutely right. Shola is Louise Jones' friend. She's in the Hell Pleiadian Woman. She's on the GFW too. That's where I learned the word shit show, because one day Louise was if you go on Psychic LJ and YouTube, down here, we've had Louise on. If you go on YouTube, Psychic LJ, you can scroll back to several years ago when Louise was doing more galactic stuff. What happened was she got nailed on YouTube, started shadow banning her and attacking her. So she had to stop doing a lot of galactic stuff. That's what they do. But Shola made a good point, and she was talking to the ladies, but this applies to anyone. And she says, ladies, she says, she was like, she says, gentlemen are gentlemen anywhere in the universe. So that applies to everyone. Nice people are nice people anywhere in the universe. Sketchy people are sketchy anywhere in the universe. So you just know, watch out for sketchy people. I've met sketchy. I've dealt with sketchies. You can tell. You just know. It's super sketchy. Someone has some beings and friends with them. Oh, they're awesome friends. Awesome. Anyway, them pretty much. Well, and that's fine. So finding the forest, that's cool. Absolutely. What's happening is they're this is how I describe it to people. Your phone's ringing, but you're not answering it. And that's what they're doing. They're pinging you. So you might have a sensation, like you notice that there's a feeling of somebody trying to come in. So they're knocking at your door. They're ringing the bell. So what you have to do, and this is important when you're telepathing, is it's all about receiving. So you have to open up your mind to receive. And this is hard, I think, partially why the deep state did what it did here, because as you're living here on Terra, that you end up hardening yourself. You go through so much terrible things that you harden yourself off and you close yourself off. And when you close yourself off, you're not answering the phone. I think what happened for me, not only because if you're you've had everybody's had contact, they've been watched their whole life. But because I spend so much time with animals, telepathy is the way the animals communicate. All animals communicate through telepathy. So because I spend time with animals, I never lost. In fact, I worked at, as a child, over and over and over and over again, telepathic conversations with my chickens mostly, and with horses and things like, and all the wildlife, my cat. So I was able to have conversations with the animals from a child onwards, as well as the extraterrestrials. So I didn't know what it was at the time. I just did it because when you're a kid, everything's natural. And and because I wasn't really I was the only child, so I was alone a lot. I actually had friends. It wasn't that I didn't have friends, but I like to spend a lot of time alone. So I tended to enter different realms, or whatever you want to call it, readily throughout most of my childhood. So you have to receive. That's the key. So when you feel the phone ring, then you open up to it, and not to be afraid of it. Especially now. You'll feel it. If it's junk, you'll know. If it's nasty, you'll know. But most likely, it won't be, and it's going to be very, very pleasant. So yeah. Is me. Is it supposed to be able to do that now? No. You will, Vincent. Oh, you're not going to connect to 250 million people. That's a lot. But you'll find, most of us here are really excited to connect with you, for sure. Ika is excited to connect with you. So the connection has a lot to do with, and I almost wonder, Vincent, if you're not under some kind of tech. I think, for sure, that needs to get removed. That's my take, because when I'm under attack, I don't have a connection to anything, even food, like nothing. So that's more than likely you might have. I'm getting more gray. You may have gray, residual gray technology that, like I said, definitely send me an email or something, and let's see if we can get that, because it's not so much like people can connect to you. They can be trying to connect with you, but if you've got that stuff operating, nothing. So that's my suspicion. So Rye asks, how tall you are as a Helen? Oh, I'm little upstairs. So about 5'5" upstairs. Yeah, so so me, my God, yeah, my twin flame, we're actually a soul split. So there's many kinds of what people call, that's like, so twin flame is, it's the folks who are in the new age community. So there's all kinds of earth concepts of that. Now, a twin flame doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It can just be a friend. So for sure, we all have many, many twin flames out there. I don't have a definition of a twin flame because it's an earth term. So I'm just going to give you what the new age community calls it. So some twin flames would be like Ika as a romantic partner, and other ones can be friends. So, oh my God, no way. Ivan, hola everyone. Anchor, yes. Oh man, awesome party time. Yeah. Ina Vavlis, we're gonna get you on here and your husband. Beyond love. Yeah, you're so Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you Ivanilda, because Ivanilda's gonna come on and she's gonna use her name Ivanilda. So Ivanilda's actually awesome, great questions. How do you start? There's she's asking more. It's container. So Ivanilda, that's your Yinav Avlis. She's a kinetic connector. So she actually does dance. So that's where a lot of folks might be surprised. It isn't just about, I think this is where a lot of people make mistakes. You watch these people, these gurus, and so for me, I don't follow rules or anything. It's just no rules, just right. So that's how I was able to it just happens. And as Louise Jones says too, don't force it, it just happens. And so for Ivanilda, it's dance. It could be singing for you. So try singing. Walking in the woods, you might be, again, try different things where your mind, or when you're just busy with something, the early morning is the best time in that half state. Some people maybe before you go to bed, some people early morning, other people maybe you might want to if you wake up in the middle of the night, maybe try then when you're really zen. It's that sensation when you're totally engrossed in something, because we've all done this. You're totally engrossed in a project you're doing, whatever you're doing, right? That's when it's all scientific. This is all about brainwave connection. It's quantum entanglement. It's all about connecting scalar brainwaves. So there's no woo-woo involved. So that's actually how we communicate across vast distances, through quantum entanglement and telepathy. So once you start practicing just doing some things like that and seeing what comes in, and so telepathy is sensations. You're actually going to be sent, and Alex Collier talks about this. So you're actually sent another person's mind. You're basically mind sharing. And you can do this with animals too. Animals are masters of telepathy, and you can easily, and those of you who have pets or whatever, you know exactly what that is. That's telepathy. It's just about relaxing. Maybe being with your pet can help too, just relaxing, letting it kind of be simple, So, oh, yeah. Where is everyone from on here? Awesome, cool. Everyone will answer, not from this planet. I don't know if anybody watches Strange. You know me, I don't watch anything. Anybody watch Stranger Things? Avinilda asked, is it like the character 11 on Stranger Things? Folks want to write that in the chat. I don't watch TV, so they won't knock hard. Remember, Raya. You don't need it that loud. That's the key thing. I was told that. Oh my God, was the 9. So what they said was, when you can hear a whisper, you won't be shouted at. So remember that. And this was something that, because we were talking about physical contact. So experiencers who have physical contact versus people who are having the light body astral contact. And there's no difference. And the 9 said, some of you only need to be whispered at. You don't need to be shouted at. And that's what they were saying for that. And no, then now we're at the stage where we are going to have physical contact. But the astral, and this is one of the hell wisdom keepers told Ika and I, is like, you have contact now. You both of you have contact. You do everything. And it's true. We are living as husband and wife now. He sends his light body, and we do everything in that, and it's, there you go. All right, so you don't need your door knocked on that hard. Yes. Oh yeah. If I use my cell phone, I'm all glitchy too. If you don't feel connected, are you the one blocking? Now, there's not necessarily, you could have some tech on you that will block it. So that's stuff that has to be investigated. A lot of times too, what happens is there's something that you have, and it depends on the person, everybody's different. So I'm just going to lay out a few things that can happen for someone. So one, it could be like living here on earth, so all the abuse we have. So feeling unworthy because of the abuse that we have on earth. Um, like, you were bombarded with that. Some other people, they have a hard time, as I said, it's about opening up to receive. So if you're someone who has a hard time taking compliments, stuff like that, and I was one of those people. I get that. I mean, so that can be a block. Um, Having a mind that's too busy with worry or what have you, that can be a block. But there's just several different things that can affect people, and it's a one-on-one thing. Yeah, it's like I said, it may not be you blocking, could be tech. So that's stuff to kind of think about. Yeah, I know. You're artist. I know. You know, you're artist. I outed you, I've Nilda. We're coming on anyway, so they'll know. Yes, you get married, which is awesome because I don't think I've heard of anyone. Well, it's weird. I mean, I think like um in the new age community, you don't hear too much about that. But if you go back to not only extraterrestrial civilizations, including us, the hell, which is what you do. So just to let, Ivanilda is my sister, not a sister, but like a sister person, like a friend sister up there. We star seeded together here from Era. And what she does upstairs is dance and movement. So other planets, as well as indigenous cultures here, use dance or kinetics as a way to engage in quantum entanglement. So try it. I mean, you think, like, we won't think about that. Move. I mean, look at this. You have your shaman. So shamanism, which happens upstairs. I work with shamans upstairs. In fact, when I had my third eye opened here, it was from a shaman from Era, but they look just like someone from the rainforest in Brazil. So he came twice and helped clear out some crap. So think about dance, you guys. Dance, I mean, frequency. everything, everything is vibration. And I don't mean that in a woo-woo sense. I mean that in physics, right? So everything is vibration. Everything is frequency. And that is how the extraterrestrials operate. And of course, those who use physics like you're supposed to use physics on Earth here understand all of this. So Area 51, all that, they know all about this. So everything is frequency, everything is light is frequency, right? So all that, so dance, music, you're opening the door, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes to the heart chakra, absolutely. So if you're Pleiadian, especially, that's where we communicate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Subtle and quiet. Absolutely. Subtle and quiet. That's it. They're very like that upstairs. They're very quiet. We tend to be very zen, I mean, generally. Till they get angry. Then it's like, then oh my God. Message used to, oh, absolutely. Oh, we wish you, let's get, oh yeah, I know. Yeah, Anita. Yeah. He sent me a telepathic message and it wasn't through song. That was my first, yeah. Anyway, telepath. I never like, I'm like, dude, I'm married. Wow. Okay. I know what you want to do with your wife. Okay. Like, wow. For sure. So song, yeah. When you're see, they're with you. Like, so when you're driving and you get the radio on, a song will come on and you'll feel like compelled. It won't just be like, oh, I like this song or whatever. You'll have a sense that like I should be paying attention to a message in this song. So they're not controlling the radio. Um, they're telling you. That's a telepath. Listen to this. Listen to this. They're with you, and listen to this. So when Ika was interested in, we spent a lot of time together, just hanging out, and when you want to make well, I already knew we had a a kind of a different kind of connection than just we weren't just friends. Let's put it that way. But when he started to kind of make moves, um, the first song he sent me was Patti Smith "Because the Night," and I'm like, oh, he wants more. Like I'm like, oh my god, this is getting so, oftentimes they'll send you stuff, and the same with your family. When they start to, connect with you, they'll send you different songs, that'll make sense for you, you know? So, it's all is well, no, Ivanilda is not Brazilian, she can tell you what is my Cape Verde, she'll tell you, oh, yeah. Definitely dancing near water. Well, water is an enhancer of frequency for sure. Oh, beautiful thing. Ah, Russian. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I speak. Yeah, we'll throw some Portuguese when you come on, and for all of our massive Portuguese following. Say gracious. Well, of course, I've been told that everywhere you go, people have fun. It's crazy. You just bring fun. Your vibe. You're such a P vibe. It's crazy. So we shorten Pleiadian. We just call it P. We call it P's. How much- yeah. Yeah, I feel it in my sacral and heart chakra when I connect with my hubby. Absolutely. Amazon Prime. Yeah, still saying. Oh, you don't have his name still. Okay. Ha ha. It'll come. There's a reason why he's not giving it to you. As Erica found out. Uh, I got Erica's husband's name right away. I'm like, holy shit. I mean, okay. Uh, hmm. Oh, they no, 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 no. They get We went up dancing the other night. I can't believe I was dancing. I must have been tooted. They have like, oh yeah, they got some beverages and yeah, they've got nightclubs up there. So Lyra invited her man up to a nightclub. Um, you go up in the Astral and have a good party up there. No, they're not quiet. They're super busy. The ships they're every Tom, Dick, and Harry is very busy on there. Yeah. Cape Verde, yeah. Oh, cool. Born in Brazil. Oh, well, we are P. I mean, if we had you, Ivanilda, me, and Evan, be like you know what happens when we're all three of us are together. It's like that's what it's like back home. We're all crazy. That's you guys you're gonna love it. The hell. They're like they're awesome. They're so fun. It's so awesome. They're just party people. Well, you know how Ika is. He's just he's fun. I mean, he's really funny sometimes, but he's really like childish. He's actually very like just that really innocent, childlike, naive quality. It's amazing. Let's see. So like when we're cooking together or whatever we're doing together, it's just like it's like being with this little kid who's just like, wow, excited. So it's like that's what you're gonna feel. So we talk about contact for most of you, it's just an intense like joie de vivre. That's what you'll feel. That's why I just said they got to come. They are here. They are here. I mean, there are thousands of them here already. But it's just intense, like happiness, like really like high vibration. Just so you just want to spend. They're like you're gonna meet a person. You're just gonna be like, oh my god, I just want to spend time with this person. I want more of that person. Like that's what they feel like. Moments before my. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Song called. Oh, Jimmy, dude, was the main. Oh, for sure. The craft is yeah. So I walked in when I walked in this body when it was about 2 years old, so the contact was then. I would go up on the ships with Ika when I was a little kid because they could do that without it getting then it stopped. So my contacts basically stopped even though they were watching me. And this seems to happen for a lot of people. Mm, late teens. Yeah. So let's see. I guess it maybe it wasn't safe, you know. So oh, cool, Michelle. Now you got a new friend from Cabo Verde, Ivanilda. So that's how. Let's see. Oh, oh no, you won't have any when you go upstairs. All of your physical ailments will disappear. Uh, yeah. Well, Anita, one of the things we're gonna do is I've never smoked weed, Herbert. So before I go home, well, Ika and I are gonna smoke weed. Let's see. If we ever get on the ship right away, the ship's gonna be like, "Who the hell is this? Who is this guy? Who's what's wrong with him?" Maybe the ship will be like, so, oh, probably you up there the nightclub. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that white ship. That's part of your mission. So don't tell anybody. But don't go into that anymore until we know it's safe. 98% of the deep state's gone, but don't tell anybody. Yeah, I've seen a white ship. Yeah, folks, if you're okay, I don't want to say it on YouTube. If you feel like you have a mission or you were shown a mission, like a big mission, don't tell that unless you're talking to somebody, a friend one on one. Don't let the deep state know that they kill people because they want access to what you have. So, so maybe I spent. Oh, awesome! Oh my God, yeah. You spent 3 nights on the Crystal Fields. Awesome, beautiful. Phew. I'll be funny. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, we're gonna get stoned. Yeah. You know they have weed upstairs. I'll probably just fall asleep. You know, I figure with him, you probably won't know he's high, but he's like he'll be high. Cameo for sure. We got to bring some home to Cameo. Get him all fixed up. Okay. They have all kinds of mind altering stuff upstairs. If you're into that kind of thing, they got a lot of stuff like that. Let's see. Do you share your out of this world experiences with? Yeah, everybody, all my family knows. Yep. Uh, yeah, I saw. I always tell my mom. Patrick and I, my friend Patrick. So my friend Patrick is a tall Pleiadian, tall Taal. Both of us are short, so he's a tall, but he's one of the tall. So we will after work he'll come over, we'll hang out, have coffee, tea, chimenea, whatever, and it'd be nice to do a live outside if I can get this if it doesn't glitch on me. But we saw the same ship, not the same. We saw over this side of my house last night. We saw it come by, flash, and like just like, dude, we're like, and it followed the same path it did the night before. It came by twice, so almost every night that we sit outside, we see ships saying howdy. Evan's been seeing tons of ships flying over. I'm actually going to post that. Evan caught a great one. He's seen a lot of orbs and ships. Like he saw them in formation the other night, flying over Vermont. So we still have to be careful about who we talk to, but that will be ending soon as well. Hang in there. Yeah, 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 yeah. Find it in the forest. Yeah, yeah. Just I said, you never know. Uh, absolutely. You know, these folks who don't understand what is reality, they're going to be in for a surprise. So yeah, 98% of the DS and Men in Black are gone. Confirmed. Yep, I know. Some people are still, but the thing is, um, there's those agents that are still active, and some people have residual tech in their bodies, and it can get like messed with. They're using it, and it's just really difficult to hit all of the Earth agents, so people are still getting hit. Not as bad. I'm all right. Knock on wood. No, this has been like a long stretch, so knock on wood. Oh, Ika, I drank. Oh, he loves. Yeah. Ah, he likes beer. Yeah, we have beer on the Pleiades. A type of beer, like a grain drink. He likes those like a lager, like a light beer. Yeah. So oh yeah, we're gonna be cook up snacks. He likes peaches. Let's see. No, Herbert makes me sleepy. So I take a nanoparticle sometimes. I got this from a friend. There, it's very, very. It's the kind they use in the drink called Breeze. People buy those drinks now, and they have like THC in them and stuff like that, and they're totally legal. It's not like anything. But it's I just take a few to make me like zen out and actually sleep. So it makes me sleepy. I've never taken anything. I've never done any. I don't do any kind of like substance as well. It doesn't take much to like affect me. So oh, Anita, yeah, yeah, yeah. I met him. And of course Will. Oh my god. Yeah, oh Michelle, definitely get out there and see what's out, see what's there. Our buddies, not affiliated or nothing like that, but if you seek true and awesome. So Ivanilda mentioned to us Unified Energetics on YouTube. Folks want to try that. Oh, Thai beer. It was. I know I'm not a beer. I'm not a huge. Drinking wine, not much for us. I drink wine sometimes. We have wine upstairs. It's a type of wine. You only drink in March. I, know. I grew up Italian, like real Italian, Italy Italian. So everybody had wine. It is what it is. So, um, yeah, cool. So it's so awesome. This is like a lot of fun. But like now that I know how to do this with guests, using Zoom, we can bring different folks on and go live, and we can get party time there. So the other night, I was sleeping, Nico was sleeping. Well, he wasn't sleeping. I don't know what happened, but then like he woke me up, and it was like after midnight. I was like, what are you showing me? Oh my god, it was so some weird stuff's coming back. I don't know if I think he had a flashback or something, and I was just like, he's like, "Are you up?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm now." And he's like, "Do you remember?" I'm like, "No, I don't remember this." And the both of us, so him and me in like GFW battle, uniform. They military uniform. You know what they wear upstairs? Not the ski suit things. This is what they wear in a military operation. It's like a heavy, and I'm like, oh my god, we were running from like a really this place was very barren. I think it was Mars. Very barren rock outcropping, but it was a bunker. And we were running to get extracted from this bunker. I'm like, what is this? I don't remember that. I don't remember fighting on Mars. But he showed me that. Um so that was the other night. That was nuts. So Raya, yeah, me too, no substance. Me too, I'm too way too sensitive. Like, no. Oh my god, Ivanilda. Yes, you're gonna go live. Awesome. Yes. We need our volunteers here. Who wants to go live? Right. So you can write in the comments later. Of course, Ivanilda and we're friends, so I can text you. But I can't. I would love to give everybody my cell phone, but I don't want all the, you put your phone number on these Facebooks and stuff like that. It's every Tom, Dick, and Harry drives you crazy. You get all those spammers, all the nutcakes. Awesome. Michelle wants to go live. Cool. I'll put my email Um, I can give it right here if you want to write it. I usually put it in the it's in the comments in some of them. All right. Type, type, type. I think I did that right. Let me see if I spell it. Is that right? Yep, I spelled it right. Black thistle. I killed it. Yeah, send me an email and we'll schedule. We'll do several. It's a full moon tonight. No way. Oh, I don't know what sign it's in. Someone will have to Google that. I'm afraid if I try to do anything, I'll probably lose connection. So, I would rather drink that blue stuff. Oh, the blue stuff. Yes, they've got. Oh, they got a. It's not just the blue stuff. They got a couple of different things depending on what your intent, what flavor you're looking to be rocked with. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't like the taste of alcohol. Actually, it's it's kind of yeah. So no alcohol, but Diet Coke. Oh yeah, Diet Coke is poison. You're right. That's poison. New moon. Oh, new moon tonight in solar. Yeah, when is the solar eclipse? Someone's talking about that. Yeah. What star family are y'all? Are all y'all? Okay, tomorrow. New moon. Okay. Yeah, everybody write down your star family. Or what you think is your star family. What you think is your star family is your star family. So, partials. Partials, okay. Oh, cool. Aldebaran, yeah. Michelle. Yeah. Anita got the best of both worlds. Not sure. Okay. What do you feel like? What does it feel like? What are you attracted to? What place are you attracted to? We have Raya, Pleiades. You cannot bring a video camera. You can bring an old fashioned film camera. Do you remember the ones you have to have developed? The Polaroids? You can't bring anything digital, it'll get fried. But the old fashioned stuff, yep. If you happen to I don't know anybody who has that anymore. So all your old timers have film. So yes, I've said mostly P, yeah. Michelle, your mother's a hell. Ivanilda, major P. Yeah, Ivanilda, yours. Yeah, total P. But everybody's more than one. But when we ask people usually what they star seeded from, so what your last incarnation was, because we've all been different things, you know. I've been Syrian. I've been to get avian, obviously. I was from an extinct race of avian, but I'm yeah. You were a hell in Ivanilda. So that's like two people from Venus. They're not. There's like actually no one ever was from Venus. So people who live on Venus are usually something else. So they're usually like Syrian or tall. So like Val is tall. Don is tall. His wife is Syrian. You know. So yeah. So Frank is from Venus, but he's tall Pleiadian. So yeah, but the ships are awesome. You know, you feel so comfortable. You don't feel weird. You know, you're like, oh, I feel so weird, but you don't. You don't feel weird. So yeah. What are we gonna say? Is everybody cool with like the contact? Um, Curious to know what was happening to you in December, February. Oh no, that December, January, February. We were everybody was getting hammered. It was just a psychic whack. People were just getting nailed. It was like I think it was the deep state just fighting back, like, just like it just oh, oh. You remember what even there's that great, if you go on Michael Salla when he was talking to JP, he was talking about that, like, total takedowns. He was in the hospital for 2 weeks, and it's like everybody was just getting oh, man. Yeah, there was huge lapses for me, everybody. I was just like, oh, everybody I was talking to were like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm glad that's done." Back in full force. Oh my god, yeah. That felt like crap. Oh, I got yelled at from upstairs and everything. Yeah, man, I'm like, "Hey, dude, I feel like crap." Sick for 2 months and alright, considered are people from Aldebaran considered, tall? They're tall, generally, but there's mixes. So you got all these I mean, uh, after the Lyran Wars, everybody went everywhere, like egg scattering. You had, um, Tall and a Hell settling all over the place. So you'd be like, even, oh god, so many places, all the Keplers and everything. Oh god, Andromeda galaxy, they're in there. They're all over the place. So you look at like sort of you could be from Vega, but you could be tall or hell. So yeah. So it's yeah, it's a human. I mean, mince words, but I'm so glad I'm over with that. Oh, oh yeah, you went with yeah. I've known to use the Jerome H. I remember that of Unified. Yeah, yeah. I had it extricated from my body by Erica and the boys. I was like freaking like, oh god, I'm not talking to anybody. Get away from me. Um, that makes people. Yeah, I mean you. Yeah, people are mixed, of course. You can be a bunch of different things that can be bred, obviously, together. So, so, yeah, they do some weird stuff with genetics, but not usually. If you're a humanoid, generally it's the old fashioned way. So they do. You can be because I talked to Ike about that because I can't imagine carrying a baby, but it's we do have incubators where you can so Shola is a hybrid. She's Terran a hell. It's actually gonna this is one of the things that they're gonna be working with, because they wanna kinda spread out, enhance a lot of their genes. It's a really nice mix. When you mix Terran with a hell, you get a really nice, kid, very nicely done, which is our plan, to do that, so oh, yeah. Alpha, that's right, Mr. Fluff, Evan's husky. Evan's coming back. We're trying to make some things. He's working and stuff. So, but Evan's going to be back on again as well. We're trying to get a few guests to come on with Evan too, so we start talking more tech. Yes, powerful. How is everyone preparing for the spring and new energy? Ah, yeah. How is everyone preparing for the spring and the new energies that are coming in? I'm just using my husband. Husband mojo. Oh, Evan rock. I tell Evan all the time he's rocking the P. And Lyra is like she'll show herself with like those little cheerleader pom poms for him. Jeff, holy crap! What happened? Did they kick you out of the party? Yeah, can't get any better than him. He cloud nine with him. Jeff, awesome. I was just talking earlier about trying to connect to those Andromedans that were trying to reach you. Holy smokes. We were on the phone. It was nuts. I almost passed out while I was like, whoa, somebody wants to talk to you. So that's how it can hit you too. Like, you feel like a warmth come through you. Like sometimes I'll get a weird like dizzy wave. So if I get a really strong dizzy wave, I know that's a high vibration. That's like some high vibe people. Ah, I was able to make it to the party. Yeah, I make it to the party. Ivanilda's laughing. Ivanilda's going full P, having a good laugh back there. You and Camille would be like, we'd be like rock stars. Humanoid percentages of different races, like here, I believe. There's tons of there's tons of different humanoids. Yeah, that was you got a big role, Jeff. You knew that anyway, so and you're rocking it. Jeff is rocking it. Yep. Jeff, you're bringing in. You're like Kathleen. You're. They told you were the one, which you already knew actually, because you were given the message before that you are a liaison between Bigfoots, extraterrestrials, the Terrans. Yep. Just like Frank Chili. No. Don't choke on your popcorn. Like, tell me what. Your husband will be. He's nervous. He's like, don't choke on the pop. Geez, that's all he needs. It's like that's all I need. Still trying to figure out my ultimate. Oh, you're doing it. You're not. It's nothing. You're already doing it. More's going to unfurl as all this stuff rolls out, and you'll know. Trust me, they won't let you slip. I tried. They drag you back in. That's what happens. You got those, and Jeff's got those the big shots after him. So I got the Andromedans. I think is that was my guess. That's what I think she was. Nice lady, very nice. Yeah, have you seen her yet? Tall woman, blue, obviously. Let's see. I have. Oh, they're very protective. The men are the Pleiadian men very protective. I need it. Yeah, they chaperone you everywhere. He is chaperoning you. Don't you worry about that. Jeff, I thought Arcturian, but I don't know. I'm leaning more Andromedan. It was just hard to. It looks the way you get like in. She couldn't come through all the way, but I know I was leaning in and leaning. I'm see what you feel. See what sensations come there. So cool. Yeah, yeah. Anybody here? Well, Barry's not on, but Barry's Andromedan. Anybody here like Arcturian or Andromedan or something like that? We're not what are we talking about? The lady. So a lady. So I was talking to Jeff. And all of a sudden this lady comes in and she's like, I got a message for him, and she was really, one of those fancy one of those, 5 6 dimension 5 6 densities, and I'm like, wow. Let me see if I can get this message. I had to get off the phone with Jeff to try to connect with her. They actually flew a ship by. Like, that didn't help. So I did get some bits and pieces of what she was trying to convey for Jeff, what he's supposed to do. Sort of me. He already knew, but it was to kind of reassure and like be like, and yeah, I had someone else say not Arctur. Yeah, okay. I'm getting, yeah, I know, getting Andromedan. They're very nice. They're beautiful. She's beautiful. She was beautiful. It was great. It's all sensation. Yeah, everything's sensations. Well, Ivanilda, you're a hell. That's our whole world is sensations. We're like a freak show of like emotions and like we don't rock. Some of us we have a hard time with it with Earth. Is we have a hard time. Period. Let's just deal with it. Let's be honest. This is it's the moody planet. She was bald. Sometimes you can see like an or like I don't know like a weird like energy signature that might look like hair. Yeah, if I haven't heard from her since. No, I think what they can it's like an energy signature. But she was pretty much bald and there was like a kind of like a light. What are you going crazy over there? That's why. Wow, I get a flowing, glowing energy when you talk. Oh yeah, oh my god. Yes, yes, she had a gown, like a really like oh, it's just so when you get up into the 5, 6 densities, it's just like well, look at Alex, it's just so like, ugh, oh my god. You're like talking to plants and it's just yeah, glitter. Yeah. Yeah, she had definitely had a tall, blonde, beautiful guardian female named Alradine. Tall, blonde, beautiful. What does her skin look like? I wasn't. Oh, you're okay, right? You're Andromedan. Awesome. And one of okay. Yeah. Do you feel like you're Raya? Do you feel like you're still Andromedan? Like that's what you came in from? Oh, you're. Oh my god. Aradine. Yeah. Let me see. I'll see if I can get in touch with her. Aradine. Let me write it. Before I forget. Where's my? I don't have a pen. Oh, I didn't bring my pen with me. Crap. Aradine. All right. I'll remember that. Aradine. Okay. Aradine. Okay. Yeah, she's like. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I think I know. I think I know what she is. Not sure about hers. Oh yeah. We got to get Barry back on. I mean, Barry's contact has been nuts. He's got like portals in his room, ships coming down, everything. Jimmy implemented with oh Vega and oh cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, everybody's been, it depends on the person. Depends on the person, what kind of adventures you choose to have. And yeah, here we are with this one. I don't this one is they've been fighting upstairs forever. It's just one oh my god. We all need a vacation. Very true, Jimmy. Oh yeah, I think Pleiadian, okay. Most recent connection. A lot of tons of people are saying we're everybody's Pleiadian. There's just tons of Pleiadians that did the starseed thing. Tons of them. Yes. So for folks, one of the tricks, um, so what I was you talk about is actually we're actually going to get physical contact, but for in the meantime, I don't know how this is going to roll out one on one. So um, that's again it's case by case, right? And what's safe and what makes the most sense. You want it to go well. So, um, what I want. Anyway, I'll have to ask upstairs. So one of the things you can do is try to feel. Some people will do this. So when you go to bed, um, have them have them touch your hand, see if you can feel anything, and then try to remember if anything happened for you in the astral. Because honestly, in the astral, you're doing stuff. So it's about sort of remembering in a way some of the it may just be sensations. And from those sensations you kind of build. I've had people go, and this is even my friend Patrick. He's had he doesn't even like the thing is he doesn't even really try. He's had like binary code up and down his wall. Like he gets songs. So you just got to have your radar up for all these different things, and it's really felt. And you may hear a word. going to the orange groves tomorrow, and we shall see. Oh yeah, what my show? The orange groves. That was nuts. I'm like orange grove. That's what they said. That's what they showed me. The orange groves. Wonder what that is. That's all I got. Like oranges. They're like, okay, all right. We'll see where that leads us. So you just let it kind of come in the sensations, and it can be one word. Sometimes you have to kind of, and even Louise was saying, what is all these things come in code? Sometimes you're like, what is this? Why can't you just speak straight? But trying to, you, you got to take whatever you feel at that moment, and it can be subtle. And then you think about it a little bit, and then it'll start to make sense. Smooth travels, yeah. So when I telepath for people, a bunch of weird stuff comes in, and it makes sense to the person, because you always, I think that's what we do. You tend to second guess yourself, and you're like, what, and then it makes sense. best best Friday love day. Well, Eco always hopes we watch Ancient Aliens, because Ancient Aliens is on like all day long here in History Channel, and he's hoping to see Linda Moulton Howe. He has a crush on Linda Moulton Howe. See you. Touch, yeah, touch helps. The only reason it was sort of I had a shaman show me this when we first met my son, and I was trying to find out. I was walking through our house back home, and trying to find out what he was trying to show me, and he was like, "Have him take your hand," and and that worked. And then I had another friend. She was trying to meet Ika, and I said, "When you go to bed." And she's had no, well, people think they've had no experiences. You have. It's all going to start to roll out for you. You've had a lot of experiences, and it'll start to all make sense. Once it's sort of, it's like when you're making a cake and it all kind of rises. This is what's going to happen. All these things are going to make sense. So she went to bed. I said, when you go to bed tonight, Ika's going to come to you. So you will feel him hold your hand. She felt him hold your hand. Sometimes he kisses. He'll kiss. He likes to kiss ladies in the forehead sometimes. And so she felt him hold her hand. He knocked her out because they went astral, and he took her back home. But that opened up some kind of thing, because then she went on full on bilocation right after that. So you can go from 0 to full on bilocation without. And it just happens when it happens. So first time smelling, yes. Yeah, Old Spice. No, I said Ika smells like. I said it's when you first, when you first come out of the shower or you take a bath or whatever. You know how they're like the air smells clean like that. He smells like that with floral scent. It's interesting because I have a conditioner from Pros. Sorry, I wouldn't recommend it. But that is his scent, actually. That is just wild. I'm like, oh, this is what we like floral scents on Era. So that's what he wears. He doesn't smell like flowers. There are some, I don't know. We need to figure that out, how we can start smelling like flowers. But they have like a really like he has a really clean, you'll notice the smell. They do have a certain, okay, it's not they have a smell. They have an essence, pheromone. I don't know. They have an essence, a smell, to them. Some different races have different smells. Some smell like pine. They just have different. Everything has obviously everything has like a scent. So yeah, when we do wear perfume, so. Well, the guys I used to meet with smelled they're those ski suits they wear, the GFW ski suit type things. Those guys smelled like metal, like metallic machine shop, because they was on their clothes. So whenever I would meet with those guys on the base, they would have that smell of like metallic, which actually JP noticed that they had like, it smells like pennies, which is what it smells like. Oh yeah. Oh, you feel them. I get like a childlike vibe when he's around, like this really sweet childlike. Oh yeah. They for the women, it's so this is what the women are gonna probably look for. You feel very supported. It's very they tend to stay behind you, which a lot of women I was like, yeah, they'll often come behind you and kind of like he'll hug me around like here a lot. Like they like support you. They sort of like cherish the female. So for the men who are dating extraterrestrial women, there's some tips for you. They're gonna expect that. They're gonna expect that divine masculine, very, very chivalrous. You know, you need to really kind of like kind of support her and kind of like, she's the best thing since sliced bread kind of feeling. That's what they look for. Linda M has weekly YouTube shows. Linda. Oh, who's Linda M? This one, Shannon. Healing Forest, yeah. Fine fresh. Ah, fine fresh. Yeah. We're trying to get everybody to wear Old Spice, but that's what we want to do for Linda. Hopefully, if we can meet Will before Linda does, we can get him some Old Spice. Florals, yes, yes, yeah, that's the best way to describe it. It's floral. So, Jimmy, what's your advice for managing the extra sensory? Oh God, yeah, it can be a. I know. Oh man, I just stay away from people. That's my advice. Yeah, you gotta let's see. Spend a lot of time in nature. If you have your ET buddies with you, kind of lean on them a little bit. Block your energy, which is really hard to do if you're a Pleiadian. As much as you can kind of like just kind of I think Louise made a good point. She said, you just kind of stand in the center of the tornado and let it just kind of move around you. And I think something that people have to understand too is you work with body language so that you kind of like um have a boundary that you're basically sort of vibing to someone that I have a boundary. I stay away from crowds if you can, that kind of thing. And take a break when you need it. Don't put yourself in places that you don't have to be. And don't spend time with people that grind your gears, really. I mean, why would you, right? It's boundaries. It's We asked Will, and Will says I kind of like just keep a bubble around. You kind of like just, you don't need to engage people that you don't want to spend time with. Actually, what you will find, here's the thing. The more you connect upstairs, the more you ground yourself, the more you spend time in nature, the more you'll kind of shift the energy. You'll start to influence the energy of the people around you. Watch that happen. Um, oh yeah, the not old. God, yeah, no, yeah. You can yeah. Do you feel that we have been guided by our hubby in attracting our earthly partners? You mean earthly partners as in friends, or earthly partners as in like romantic ones? Some people are. It's one on one. It's a personal thing. For me, it was I only have one man, no other one ever, and he made sure that. So mine it's personal. It's one on one. So oh, everybody's learning lessons. They're not, we're not here to learn lessons. You just naturally learn lessons. You learn lessons everywhere. Every time you incarnate, you learn lessons. Mm. Oh yeah, I don't think so. No, I think it's probably just a humanoid thing, really. I don't think the Ahel actually learned from the Arcturians as we evolved, and it's just in our genetics to be very to have senses, to have highly developed senses. Like for touch is one of our big things. So if you're an a Hell Pleiadian, even a tall, um, touch is going to be very, very. You probably have already noticed that. So you're very sensitive to energies and touch. I Jeff Irish Spring. I know. Ah, fresh as an Irish country lane. You know. Linda Moulton Howe. He's crazy about Linda Moulton Howe. Um, that's he's crazy about women in general, but he likes Linda Moulton Howe. So that's how I know. What the smells? That's how the smells, Lenita. That Ika sneezed and has not yet burped in front of me yet. He's gonna be. Well, they always say in the relationships, right? It's the first fart. It's supposed to be the. Oh, the hair. Oh yeah, they have awesome hair. Oh no. Mm. Everybody needs to be with animals in nature. That's the secret. The secret to everything is them. They're to me. You can't. They understand physicality. Plants and animals are just there's that they got it. They're like perfect. They understand it, and on a level that's it's harder. They're the teachers. All the animals are the teachers. They teach. It's just that and then that's why they've been. I mean, think about look, Native Americans, right? The entire continent of Africa, the entire continent of Australia, Ireland, right? The suppression of the Celts. So all of their India, right? The suppression of the holders of the secrets, right? Of the holders of Earth and that what's reality for sure. And if you ever see someone that's been completely, denigrated, they got something that needs to be hidden. So the deep state, that's what happened, right? So Earth was separated off from all of the other, our rest of our friends, and it was done so to lock down the Terrans into this matrix, right? And but there were a lot of beings on this planet that still held the memories and held the histories and held what we call mythology, right? They knew so. Oh yeah, and, Ivanilda, that might be a nice podcast for people who live in the city, because you made yourself a nice little temple space there in your place. That would be nice to help folks who might live in the city and are finding ways to shield yourself, right? Yeah, that'd be nice for you to come on and do that. Make a note for yourself. That's going to be one of your talks, because we leave and forget what were we doing. I don't know. I, s- I s- yeah, you have a really neat little refuge there. The barefoot, yep, absolutely. Hugging a tree backwards, right? All your different tree friends, right? Vanilla. So yes, partner. And you got so many things that you can talk about. So write them down and we'll do them. Oh, the fart. Oh God, yeah. Yes, God. Oh, black. Yeah, I'm gonna have you come and dance with black. Whenever you can get out my way. Ivanilda lives in Massachusetts like me, so she is a Pisces like black. My stallion. Well, my ex stallion. He's gelding now. Black Dynasty. Yeah. I am trying to find the app on trial that records your sleep. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, somebody asked if Ika snored. And I've never heard him sneeze. He's very embarrassed about things like that. Oh yeah, Michelle. Right, 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 right. You're like in magic land down there. Oh, we have almost 70% subscribers are from Brazil. So Brazil is actually where they have a lot of contact in Brazil. A lot of contact. Um, and that's where the a hell we're thinking of setting on base. Yeah, yeah. You got a million things to talk about, Ivanilla, so write them down. That's your job. You know my mind is a sieve. Oh, I lived in the city, I went nuts. I cannot, I it's just, oh my god, my grace. I can't even, like, even going into town, it's like, ugh, yeah, in person. Yeah, you're doing the The dogs, Michelle, your dogs are so cute. I know, I can't believe you left the island, oh my god. Ivanilda, how can you, oh my god. You got a vacation back home again, 'cause, ah, and Michelle's special, friend too. I've, like, rarely incarnated here in the United States. I'm like, mm. I feel so much better in Europe. But Europe's, like, becoming they're becoming a shit show too. I'm like, God. England's a mess. What the hell? Oh, he's in and out. He's working, but he's here. If you wanna talk to him, he can pop in and out. He's not super busy, so he's been popping in and out. Tonight's Ancient Aliens, we usually have a good time watching that. So scary. I would never go on those ships. It's so sc we make fun of the show. What do the aliens want? He's ah, there isn't yeah, you might have had past lives there. But, there's so many of those cultures that are, like, Zen, like, they're, like, they get it, you know? You read, like, the Mahabharata, India, all those tales are all extraterrestrial contact. Oh, and yeah. Have you ever that's that's so funny. Happy that's awesome. Well, as we say, once you try off planet, you never go back. Well, we've been rocking the boat upstairs, so, it's all hands on deck right now. It's crunch time. It's so the main thing what we've been doing is getting the envoy star seeds what they need, get their needs met, get their contact lined up. In the meantime, getting rid of all of the technology that's extraterrestrial that's been affecting the star seeds and envoys. Get rid of that stuff. So it's yeah, it's cleaning everything, kind of like polishing the silverware, getting ready for the dinner. Um, that's where we are right now, and it's moving forward. I've so I've been talking to Val. So they're gonna handle us a little bit separate from the rest of the Terrans. Although I'm pretty sure you're gonna see, and I know you're gonna be seeing the Terrans get in contact as well. Because they're the ones that really need we want it for, family reasons, obviously, for domestic reasons. But, they need to see it up close and personal as well. So, yeah, that's a hell thing to do is cry. They cry. Um, it's yeah, it's just getting everything put into place. And someone had shown me it was a news broadcast thing, and I guess the XRP. So that's supposed to be coming out, which is the shifting of the. It was what they got was it was a kind of a clandestine way that they are shifting the financial system into the out of the fiat system. Trump was signing something. Like I don't do politics. I'm not, what I mean, I think we need to get rid of governments, but I mean, if this is what it is, and there be and we get enough, which I think we got pretty good control there. They're going to try to starve out the rest of the deep state because they're not letting up. So the rest of the deep state, they're going to remove all of their financial cash flow basically, and that's just going to strangle them out. They'll just dry up. That's my guess. But they're I don't know. Yeah, it's the military stuff that way. I don't really get enough information on. Crying. Oh, really? The karaoke. That's cool. Karaoke. Yeah, the shift and destruction to bring in the new. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I think it's going to be. I don't know. Like I said, it's just how are they? Terrans going to handle it? I think most of them are going to be fine. To be honest, I think there'll be some weird stuff, but everybody I talk to is not only they're ready. They're ready. Did anybody I ever talk to, like if the ship comes, let them come pick me up too. So yeah, yeah. People are noticing they're getting turned on. They're getting like more and more. Yeah, and go up. This, y'all all you're going upstairs. So let us know what you hear and what you're seeing up there and who you're talking to. And people seem to be shifting. The Terrans seem to be changing. Well, at least the ones around that I see. Oh, cool. You can feel the energy. I find people are becoming more open. Well, that makes sense because as they begin to lift a lot of those that tech that's been across what's been sending down these I call it like almost scrambling frequencies. People are starting to think. They're starting to kind of they're starting to they're becoming less defensive. Oh yeah, we got to have our warrior energy. That's for sure. But it's kind of like, oops, I don't think. Okay. Am I back? Oops. Let's see. Okay, over the yeah, over the target. Well, we've been on for 2 hours now, I suppose, before we get toasted again. Yeah, it was saying that the internet was getting kind of wonky. So I have terrible internet here. It's insane. They poop. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's just insane. Oh, I'd never be able to do 5 hours. I'd be dead. I don't think I've ever done anything for 5 hours other than sleep. Even that I don't do for 5. That gets broken up too. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm back. Yeah. They're weaker. Yeah, the arses, huh? Well, upstairs gets involved too, so they're the ones who want you. Hey, you want to do this, then you better. I'm saying, so. But now I'm so happy I can bring folks on and we can do lives together. So and is actually I don't know. I mean, is there a night of the week that folks would rather than a Friday? I know how we end up doing. I just end up doing Friday, but and also I want to get the Patreon up so we can actually talk in a group, so, as opposed to like the chat. So. So it's fun actually. Yeah. See, I can never tell when Ika's around. Like usually he has Fridays off, but tonight he's kind of like working. But he's around. Um, definitely. Oh, yeah, he says he'll be out, like, after midnight, he should be done, so, I mean well, that's he's California time, so it's gonna be do you mean your midnight or my midnight? Oh, okay. He said my midnight, alright. Mm. Oh, I have Rumble. I didn't put anything on Rumble. But Patreon, um, we have to find a time where we would do a Zoom on Patreon, everybody just hangs out. Yeah, I know Rumble is you don't get the, you don't get the reach there. So some people ended up moving to Rumble because YouTube took them down. So I just save everything if we ever have to set up Rumble. But Rumble is like it's good for you can talk, but if we do a Patreon, then we can really talk. No one cares. There Oh, we've got so many people from Brazil. So apparently the language isn't, it's in English, but oh, being a hermit is that's my goal. I'm a hermit back home, literally. Yeah, people use Discord too. I have a Patreon already set up. The only reason I just thought of Patreon because we go Dave Rossi is on Patreon. So Friday I don't understand Telegram. It's like I got off TikTok because I'm like I couldn't stand it anymore. Well, I can't. My phone doesn't like I don't get connected, so it's terrible. And I have never had a cell phone that actually had good internet connection. Brazil is flying. Brazil, yeah. Well, look at JP. He's got because he caters. Well, that's where he's from, so it's nice. But Brazil is a huge. Well, Brazil was the first. We should talk about that. The congressional hearings they had here in the United States, they were kind of a joke. Brazil went fantastic. They were the first ones to come out. They were like, "Yep, let's go," and they didn't really hide anything. So tons of contactees from Brazil as well. Tons. If you look, you know, huge. Yeah, Patreon, because then we can rock and roll. We can say whatever we want. I'll go where you go. Apparently, because we're both here. The blind leading the blind, I vanilla. Yeah, Rumble is just yeah. Twitch is another one. Louise doesn't do lives anymore on YouTube. She got hit too bad. So she's gonna do some like little things on YouTube, but she's doing all her lives now on Twitch. And I hate Twitch. I hate ugh. It's like you got to sign in. And it's like God. Oh, yeah. Tell me. Oh yeah. For me, if it's not intuitive, forget it. Fridays, yeah, Fridays. Oh, you don't have Rumble in Brazil. Oh, well, that's right. Hmm. If you want to reach a lot of people, which is the point of this, I have to be on YouTube is the way to reach a lot of people. So with upstairs, Fridays. I never know when he's off. His schedule is everywhere. He's all over the place. No, he's off when he's off. But like tonight, he's here. He's working, but he's like not like engrossed, so he like can kind of do things. He no, I shouldn't be. Am I frozen again? Oh no. Yeah, we're gonna head out. It's almost 9, which is my bedtime. Uh, yeah, Patreon's fun. Venus Day, Venus, of course. Venus is my planet. Libra, Venus. Right? Oh no, so I'm frozen in Greece apparently. My phone is a I'm usually at 20%, but I've actually now that they took that reptilian tech off, I'm not so toasted. But yeah, so cool. Yeah, so I would love to have anyone who wants to. I'll put my email again just in case. We can have a bunch of people come on. Wait a minute. Why is it not typing? What the? All right, try it again. B. There it is. All right. Is it doing it? Yeah. Send me an email and we'll set everybody up. We can do several of these a week, actually, if you want. All right, did I do that correctly? So I can see. Why didn't you put your glasses on so you can actually see what you're writing? Black, this, so there it is. Yep. So send me an email. And yeah, we'll get everybody on here and share junk. Yeah, we got to get Jeff. We got to get you and Kathleen back on again. Yeah, send me text, Jeff. Whenever we're gonna get you on with Kathleen. She's recovering. She hurt herself, but she's okay now. It's like one of those things. But everybody's been toast for like forever, and it's like, God. Yes. Gorgeous. Very cool. So yeah, guys, everyone stay in touch and we're gonna get everybody on the show for sure. All right. Love indeed. That's grand. Yeah. Oh, cool. Is my cat coming out? Cool. All right. As Frank Chili always says. And most likely this is the truth. See you upstairs, guys. All right. We'll see you. If I can figure it out. There it is. Bye. Oh, Raya. Bye. Lee. Oh, Lou. Oh, awesome. Ikirwa. Since when do we have a Gaelic person on here? Awesome. Anita, you should say in German. Type in your. Yes, upstairs. In the nightclub. Although probably for most of us, the med beds is where we need to be cleaned up. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Oh God, we toasted. All right, we'll see you guys then. There it is. Awesome, Anita. We'll end it in German. What better way? We'll see you guys.